Welcome to Galactic Tarot, the leader in channeling crystal skulls and your galactic heritage. Yes, this is your intro. We have a saying here at Galactic Tarot. And it's if you don't like Galactic Tarot, you can either pick it up or you can leave it. That's all. That's all. That was a little joke for the intuitives out there. I knew what you were thinking, Alexander. We're so connected. Me and you, boy. I hope he stays goofy the whole time because when he tells me what I should be doing, it really bothers me. It makes me feel sad when I learn that I have responsibility and shadows to integrate. I would rather be an angel on a cloud playing the harp. I just want to play my harp, Alexander. Alexander, why are you taking my harp away? Harp the herald, get to work. We all think you're being jerks. All right. I don't know.
Wait, why do you manifest that your crowd can't handle responsibility well, though? How about I know everyone will receive the message with ease and grace?
Okay? It's a lot of grit here.
Let's do this again.
It's a lot of grit. All right. Let's start over. Let's just hit this button. Okay. Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a skull channeling. We're going to be channeling these beautiful, beautiful skulls. This one's green fluorite. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. If we're going to do it right. Do it right. Go old school. Put sunglasses on, Alexander. We don't want to see your eyes.
You don't want to see your eyes.
Oh, I forgot to mute the other microphone. Thank you, Veronica. How's that? How do we do on the echo now? I saved a bee in the river today. I've shown up to protect and to serve the mother. Seriously. But he just wants to have a little bit of inner child fun. But get serious, Alexander. Let me put my hammer down. Ah! I'm sorry. Go on, get in line if you don't like the divine feminine. If you don't like the divine feminine, then get in line. You're about to get twerked with a crystal sound fork. What do we do about the nanotech, Alexander? You Pied Piper the nanotech. What do we do about the war, Alexander? You find the war inside your body. You send peace and love to whatever that battle that is going on within the self right now. That was the weirdest intro ever, but I like it. Okay. This is your smorgasbord of Divine Feminine today. Okay? Alexander will be channeling the Divine Feminine, and to do that, he had to fully activate the child. Yeah, you Pied Piper that mother. Okay? You get one of those aspects, or whatever that is, and you remind it who and what you are. And you say, go get your friends. You need help. You need help. We're all going to be winning if we can get this thing done. And you bring them all. And you pack them into a cube. Because guess what? It is all mind. It can be somebody else's mind existing within your mind. But to get to improvement, I'm to implant into the ground, not negative. That was something that was switched. The original I am prefix, comes from to implant, to insert a plant into the dirt. Interesting. Prove. To prove that you can pass the test. The prov comes from Swedish, which is actually test. And meant, I wonder. Doesn't that sound like mental, Alexander? Gosh, golly gee willikers, it does. So what is this really saying? To insert a test into the mind. Ooh, I like that. That makes so much sense when it comes to improvement. So what are you planting, my family? And whatever has been planted, what are you fertilizing? What plants within your mind have you been feeding and watering? And what thought structures have been asking to be uprooted? Okay. So, let's go number 1. Selenite. Okay. We're going to trust the divine feminine aspects that are supposed to come through in this time. And Ram, please cover all of the walls of the container. Skull number 2. We've never seen that one before, Alexander. That's the green fluorite. Okay. The bumblebee. Ooh, gee, I wonder what's going to come through the bumblebee. Okay, number 3. And number 4. A favorite here at the channel. Black lava that has been sprayed with titanium. The titanium rainbow ray. Skull number 4. So which one are you feeling? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you choose to pick 2 skulls, you can pick one at 100% and one at 50%. You can listen to all 4 readings, of course. But to pick one and to truly tune in and to assist in creating the container with Alexander, that would be great. How about me? Which reading do I get? Number 2. Get it. Okay. So, what are we doing here? Oh. So, the original essence of the divine feminine mind is what is wanting to come through in reading number 1 and cards number 1 through this solidified light that is called selenite. Right? The true attainment of the mental alchemist is the rebus, which is realizing that it's feminine and masculine as one. You go back to my videos from 2018, Mr. Sayerni. That's what I was saying. This is one of the biggest, what's going on right now, which I know it's the next thing that seems like a waving flag that's going to end up being somebody's dirty underwear. But I saw this coming. I said it many, many times. I said, be mad, don't stay mad. So, my field is only open to the highest orders of benevolence, calling in the most ancient form of the divine feminine mind. So I may be her speaker, so I may be her microphone at this time. The I am, that 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 I am. Yeah. Oh, love you. Okay. Yeah. what has taken place in the past that happened. There was a harvest and a gathering of negative energy. These negative energies that were collected allowed a certain vibration to take place where certain aspects of the feminine were then able to allow themselves to act in peculiar ways due to the way that they were treated. In this present moment, there is a crying over spilled milk. There is a suffering that is taking place, which is mental, physical, spiritual, astral, causal, etheric, is slightly different for each of the feminine. This comes through the throat and this comes through the sacral chakra. It is the sacral chakra that really needs the cleansing. This is your ocean, goddesses. This is where you clear your waters and control this reality. It is the salts in the body that are the salts in everything, that are the cubes of time, and how you can control this reality from here and now, how we can move forward victoriously here and now. You have all of the elements on the table. You've had all the elements on the table. This that existed was bountiful. When we have something bountiful, be it karma or be it dharma, we have energy that can be transmutated. We have something that can be transmogrified. We have a cucumber that can instantaneously be turned into the pickle. We have something when we have energy. It's energy that is necessary. So what took place could have very well taken place because it had to. Because if there wasn't anything to transmutate, we wouldn't be able to actually break through the ceilings that you agreed to come here and break through. As a team, not as the lone wolf, as a wolf pack. It is the wolf pack essence of the divine alpha female leader that is the true essence of the alpha female. The alpha female is not a female acting like a destructive masculine. That is the lower fallen forms of a Gemini time frame, which we are no longer going through. That is an area of the galaxy that we left. Those thought structures and belief structures and realizations still exist as Mandela effects still exist in your mind that you have not found yet. Because you have not re-seen those movies or things or places or read those books and see that the words have been changed. Because you have stepped into a different reality. You are in that different reality hearing this message now. What reality will you choose next? Will you listen to these vain and presumptuous fools and choose more wars or famines? Or will you choose life? Will you choose love over all those things? Because that's all that is real. Amor vincet omnia. Amor vincet omnia. Love is the power that will conquer everything. Amor vincet omnia. Amor vincet omnia. You have all of the elements on the table. There is no karma for what you did. You did what you did because that was what was necessary to realize what is the truth, what are the words, what are the thought structures that allow you to break your own container. Nothing has ever broken your container. You were set up with options to allow yourself to become triggered, to allow yourself to become traumatized, and we use that trauma as fuel to fully embody the light, to fully embody the shadow, and to become one as the self that is, because that's all that there is. When you align something in all the places except for here, it will happen here by law. So what are you doing in these other places? Where are you in these other places? Where is your most powerful version? If your most powerful version isn't here and you're still thinking that it's outside of yourself, where is that version? Oh. Skull number 2. The feminine sight that sees all. The feminine sight that sees everything. The true observation is done from the eyes to the eyes. The true accepting of karma, knowing what's been done, is done through truth, by seeing truth, by knowing truth, by feeling truth and living truth. It's as simple as a glance from the eyes. If we see our loved ones around us act a peculiar way, we can speak this out loud. We can tell them what they've done. We can tell them how we don't agree with this. But the best way to do this is with a glance. If the person cannot perceive your gaze, don't you feel like you might be wasting your time? If the person cannot perceive your intuitive thought, don't you perceive you might be wasting your time? If the person is not able to read your eyes, they might have chosen a different mission than you. Be grateful if these are family members, lovers, whoever they are, these family members, these soul family members. What you saw take place to your fellow sisters, it was believed to be said in a past timeline, what you saw was unforgivable. Until you realize that it is forgivable, it's had to happen. This was part of the process to come through this time frame of the 1500s to now, to go through this slow drip process of through the Renaissance period, through the Spanish Inquisition, through this, through that, through each of these things, where art, music, and dance and true power of the divine feminine truly takes its hold back where it belongs once again. We see our soul family members, we see these fellow oracles, and something was said in the past timeline that yourself is needing yourself to undo now. Forgive now. Whoever these people were, parental figures. Maybe you don't remember saying that in this lifetime, but if you chose skull number 2, there's a guarantee at some point you were saying that something is unforgivable. Until you release this baggage, this heavy-weighted stone that you carry in every present moment, it is not possible to reach the likes and the lights of the ascensions that you came here to reach. So if you want it to be unforgivable, you can stay where you are. You can continue to move forward, but you'll be slowing down your speed. You are a jet that requires jet fuel, and you're putting in 87. And it's not the good 87. It's watered down. These things that we see, we believe it's one glance away. The silent gaze that the person's other dimensional versions see and know and feel has more words, has paragraphs upon paragraphs. When you see mama or somebody at work judge somebody, or your sister or your friend, when you see them say something and it makes your cells retch, what do you do about these people? You know they're family. You know they're lost. So you lead by example. You don't judge them. When we judge them, we get judged. The true vibration of love is one glance of the eyes away. We're seeing this again. The first reading, crying over spilled milk because of a decision. We can make the appropriate and right and just decision, or we can make the wrong decision. This is the only card in the tarot that shows that a choice has already been made. The choice has already been made in this present moment. What seems like karma is not karma. Once again, 2 readings in a row. Essentially 2 readings in a row. Your divine oracle is coming through. Your divine oracle has been going through shifts and transformations since the beginning of the creation of your divine oracle. Your divine oracle is asking you to release the things you said, to release the things you saw, to know that you saw these things so you would decide that you wanted to find change, that you were seeking change, that you were causing change. To have these things to think about, to process, these were the fuels that you were able to survive, to be here now, to hear this message. Because you were needed to survive these things, to have that energy as the fuel That is your fuel. You asked for fuel. It wasn't possible without fuel. So release and forgive yourself for the things that you've said that are holding you to a certain pattern. Find the patterns. Sit in meditation. Sit in whatever processes or medicines that you require, teas, hikes, groundings, sleeping, dreaming, whatever it is, to see and remember the things that you said that were not true, but you made them true because you create your reality. And what you're seeing outside is a reflection of the inside. So choose a different pattern. Choose a pattern of success. Choose a pattern of thriving. Choose a pattern of abundance by releasing the weights that you carry and you justify day after day, moment after moment. That's all that can be, because you think and know and feel and believe that that's all that there can be. This person is weak. These people are weak. They are. They're scared. It's love is the power. So to have these people governing how you act when you came here to get a job done. You came here to get a specific job done. And the narcissists and the people that are the most scared of you seeing their shadow are the ones that you, from time to time, are allowing yourself to not be yourself. You're being asked to be yourself. And if these people can't handle you as yourself, then why are they in your reality in the first place? We don't mock them for being weak. We don't mock them for being scared. It's just a fact of what is. It takes one glance for you to look at them and go, with that knowing, you just go, oh, they want to, so-and-so wants to judge Aunt Sally, and you just go, It's got to be the Thriae, right? We had the 3 oracles of Delphi, the 3 oracles of Delphi. It's got to be the Thriae. He saved the bee from the river just this morning. There's a bee somehow going upstream directly towards me as I'm in the cold water, grounding and clearing this grid from all these traumatic frequencies that Mother Sedona has been dealing with. Bang that drum, baby boo. Just keep banging that drum. And just vibrate all of the dust off the table. You chose skull number 3. You chose the essence of the bee, the true bee, the truest queen bee, the Empress Eterna, the governess herself comes through in this reading. I will be her speaker. I will be her microphone. Only the highest orders of benevolence may speak and work with Alexander and everyone watching and everyone here at this present moment and in the next.
you. Oh. Cuff, oof, yeesh, notice. Those of you that chose skull number 3 are being asked a very, very specific question. Would you be willing to going into your cocoon, your beautiful rainbow golden light cocoon that transcends space and time, the most powerful, the most safe, and the most epic stasis pod you've ever had in any present or future moment? Would you be willing to going into this cocoon and coming out the best version, the better version? Would you be willing to release the old, release these layers, and truly remember how to fly again? Blending the self together as the self in the parts of masculine, feminine, inner child, divine grandparents, and all of the shadow elements of all the roots and all the branches of the tree that you are, the trunk that you are, the trunk that is filled with so many powerful things that we are still yet to understand. Are you willing to remember? Are you willing to remember that there is no dark magic that can affect you? There is no nanotech that can affect you. There is no hive mind mentality that can affect you. These structures are weak in nature, they're weak in shape, they're weak in size. A stronger structure is the honeycomb matrix. It's the 6-sided light. Light made of light is multidimensional. When light is hexagonal, and the honeycomb matrix is hexagonal, and the color is yellow, and the sound is when you blend together all as one, you have the power to control time. You have the power to control the next future moment. You have the power to heal a past moment, something you believe that might have happened. You can look back to this moment and see that it didn't happen. See that it didn't happen.
The true power of the self is in these moments. The true power of the mother coming and removing these things. Removing these things. What's happening here? Are they sad? I will make them happy. Are they scared? I will give them power and courage. The true power of the mother is coming through this shape to you. All of the shapes and all of the sizes and all of the things are fractalized into that shape throughout time and space. That shape is the necessary building block, and that's why many masculine figures have been trying to take this name, take this shape, trigger and trick people's brains and eyes into, when they see these sacred shapes, to thinking they're evil, to thinking, oh, that confuses me, oh, that scares me because of where I've seen that before. That's not my religion, Alexander. That's not my God. All of the gods are wanting people to choose love. All of them. Every single one of them. The lowest and darkest dark in the depths of the underworld is scared to admit it, but they want love. Because every being and every atom and every quark and every piece of light and every what seems like empty space of shadow knows what is the divining and divine defining factor. So, what will your cocoon be? What will your stasis pod be? Will you return to your favorite spaceship and go into your stasis pod? To travel to a different multi-dimensional version of this planet where things are not how you feel, so controlled? You've worked very hard to get all the elements on the table, and you have them. You have all of the elements on the table. Your job is essentially done when you realize that you've completed your job. Things aren't how you expected them to look. That is because there are belief structures from a past timeline that is no longer serving you, a past station, a past Mother Gaia that you brought here. It's up to you to realize what you are thinking, what you are believing, what you are doing. It is a defining fact, of therapy about what the masculine did. I see it. I see it. I see it. Power has been abused. Power has been abused. So let's have whatever this energy is, be the cocoon that this beautiful, beautiful butterfly, this beautiful phoenix, whatever this is, the dragon goes into the cocoon and comes out ascended, larger, with a memory that we can control time and we can bend light. Skull number 4.
It's beautiful. The most powerful force in this reality is the omnipresent galactic grandmother. She doesn't even have a name. It's so ancient. Who messes with grandma? Nobody. Nobody. They pay instantly. They pay instantly. They're scared of that. They know what comes. So to remember, anyone who picked skull number 4, there is something that you're wanting to remember. We ask that this message, in its highest, most benevolent form, comes through this card reading. Alexander would like to be the speaker box and the microphone for this transmission of what it is that you've been wanting to know, wanting to remember, something that you know. Sí, de son profundos de confort. Shit. The answer to your question is because you're wasting your time. That's what she would like you to know. That might hurt to hear. But your time is being spent in certain places. You said that you'd come here and spend it in other places. This doesn't require every moment of every day. It requires the effort. It requires the decision. For something to exist in the future moment, doesn't it have to exist in the present moment? The heaven needs to be created here. It needs to be created where you are, not wait to get to it. To get to the heaven that you're well aware, the walls around you where you're speaking or hearing this right now, those walls of that container or that place or that vehicle or that home, you have seen heaven, hell, and purgatory all within these same walls. There have been the best of moments, and there have been some challenging moments. Those challenging moments taught us. This is complete when we want it to be complete. But standing still and waiting to make the decision, and waiting to put the paint on the canvas, and waiting to create the website, and waiting to allow the energy to come in that you asked for. There's something that might rattle you. It might scare you. But you want to do it. Many of these people, when we were children, that could see your light, that could see our light, that they were jealous of, they cast spells upon us. And some of us believed the things that they said. Did somebody tell you not to quit your day job? Did somebody tell you that you couldn't sing? Did somebody say, oh, who sings that song? Yeah, keep it that way. Is it scary? Yeah, it's scary. It can be scary. It could be scary to dance. It could be scary to sing. It could be scary to make art. It could be scary to get out there and do the thing that you really want to do, that you've been waiting to do. It could be scary. It also might not be. It was very, very frightening for Alexander to go in front of a camera, on a camera and a microphone that wasn't live. It wasn't live. If I didn't like the broadcast, I could stop it. Certain frequencies were bombarded upon me until I realized and learned how to control the walls of my container, how to stop arrows in midair, not to deflect them, to actually halt the presence of anything that is not improving my reality, improving my day to day, and to halt its presence in place. You have this ability. You've done the work numerous times to ascend planetary bodies. There is something different about this one that cannot be conveyed with speech. This one is different. You remember this. You came here to do this. There's 2 cards of the 78 that represents a party, and both cards in the future represent a party. Your other dimensional versions that some of you may be still calling higher selves, these aspects of the self, your guides are showing up as your guides. The message from your guides is your guides. Stop waiting. Do it. If it isn't here, it can't be there. Create it. Move. Be scared. Move through it. Remember who and what you are. You're a warrior, not a warrior. Stop being in fear. Whatever this dog that bit us, it served a purpose in that reality. That dog is not here. You might think that dog is here. You can create that dog here. Or you can walk through the garden and know that that garden is not protected by a junkyard dog, because that garden is not a junkyard. What if the reason that it hasn't happened yet is because you're not doing the thing that we're all waiting for you to do? You at home. Alexander's been sitting here week after week, day after day, to prove to you, to show you that you are safe. To prove to you, by the fact that he's still existing here, saying these things that cause so much fear. Oh, aren't you worried about this is listening? What about that? What about the nanotech? What about that? Aren't you scared of that? What if they take you away, Alexander? That's scary. You can't say that, Alexander. How come he keeps saying the things that is believed that he can't say over and over and over and over and over again? To remind you how safe you are. To remind you that your brother is here. To remind you that mom and dad and grandma and grandpa are all here within. As within, so is without. As above, so is below. It's all a cycle. Sometimes something seems it's not there when it's really right in front of you. It's the only place that you have to go. So, what is this thing? Are you going to make an excuse? What was the first thing that came to you when I said that? When I answered your question? What is it that you need to do? If you're the most powerful person in your bloodline, the most powerful person in your family, how do your family members feel safe if you don't feel safe? You're being asked to cultivate safety. And part of the cultivation of safety is having these people project upon you, reading their minds and seeing and feeling their weird energies as the empath that you are, and dealing with their judgments and hearing them. Don't quit your day job and vibrate the cells in their bodies with how good you can sing. Remember what it is. He uses singing as an example. He uses singing and allows singing to be the example of the art that you can show them that can give them truth pimples, of the song you can sing, of the dance that you can spin, in the yarn that you can sew into the softest, most epic, most high vibratory fabric of this reality and the next. It's time to pick up the needle and thread. It's time to dance. It's time to speak. It's time that this future party is needing a coordinator. So get to work. Oh, once I X, Y, or Z, once I A, B, or C, once I H, I, hi. Hi. Can you get to work, please? This concludes our skull channeling. Would like to just play a little bit of drum. Thank you all for coming here and viewing this video. To those of you that like the video, share the video, do the thing, subscribe to the channel, you get just a little bit more love from Alexander. You all get love for being here. And please remember what you know. I love you very much. I'll see you soon.